Hello everyone, welcome back. BogMod here, playing more Trails to Daybreak. We just defeated Dante's, and the palace exploded, and he exploded, and he had an evil demon angel sword. It was fancy. But we made it out. We jumped into a river.
I think so.
We saved the day.
Why in the hell did you think that was a good idea? You some kind of maniac.
It was the best idea. Jumping out into the water, avoiding explosion.
Maniac or not, we're alive. So, yeah, I think it was a solid plan.
I'm going with Van on this
The
one.
attempt to soften our landing with shards proved successful.
I wish you remembered that some of us aren't the athletic type.
That was awesome! It felt like we were acting out the climax of a movie or something.
As long as everyone is alive and well, I won't complain.
Yeah, I imagine it's a little different for Judith when the explosions and the threat to her life were real. Oh, but the historical, the Vashtor Palace.
Over.
Yeah, we've closed the books on this case. Though we still have plenty of work ahead of us. And the lives Almada stole will never be returned.
And that's not all the Genesis either.
But I think we've paid back the debt we owed those people, and then some. For now, that's good enough for me.
I was finally able to avenge my bros.
I mean, you didn't do the deed. Van did them all. He stole all your vengeance.
Yeah. I hope Ida's smiling from up above.
Maybe the people of Basel can rest easy now.
Oh, hey you guys!
Is everyone okay?
It looks like they're all in one piece at least. Ren! Elaine! Marielle!
Here comes the welcome wagon.
Wait, what happened to Shizuna and Kurogane?
They, well, I guess they followed the samurai code, so samurai vanished.
They were just here a moment ago.
Disappeared the moment they finished their job. That's shinobi for you.
They're samurai, maybe? I don't know.
It's been a while since I had that much fun. And if we take the timetable of our main contract into account, I'd say this wild ride's barely gotten started.
Indeed. Everything hinges on the President's future orders.
Ah, there we go.
We have disposed of the boat and can retreat at any time.
Okay then, let's skedaddle. See you around, Spriggan.
Oh, the palace.
You didn't do half bad for a dropout.
I wonder what that the one star they have gleaming in the sky there means.
I'm afraid I'll require a little more proof before I accept that he is worthy of our time and trust.
I mean, he just saved hundreds of thousands of people.
Anyway,
Kicked your ass.
what should we do from here? We were unable to recover those artifacts.
Ugh, don't remind me. Guess I ought to hit up the CID's chief and see what our next move is.
I suppose we can call this a job well done.
Indeed. We met all of the objectives that were issued to us by the President. However, our main AI's predicted danger level remains the same.
It should have changed by now, but it's still showing as yellow.
Interesting.
We must remain vigilant as we wait for the grand reveal next month.
Oh, well, there we go.
Most of our primary objectives have been accomplished. However, I regret to inform you that the Overseer of the Thorns managed to escape. I must also apologize about the matter related to the Dark Blue Core. We have already begun pursuit of the former target, and we will expand our search radius for the latter.
The dark blue. Oh, no, there's some other stars. Maybe
Everything will be taken care of, Captain.
The dark blue core. Think that's related to Mare? Yay!
Truly well done.
Double
Then
A.
I'll update your rank.
Yeah.
I'll gladly take that.
Chrono armor. Not bad. 20%. Black one, 1% space-time distortions.
That's just about perfect.
It is an honor.
There we go. Beauregard. Employee of the month. Extra speed for him. Sorry, Catra. I kind of divided between you two, but I was happy with either of you that got it. 8 days since the events in Rassian came to a close. The crisis was resolved. It was announced that the explosion of Ashpass and Krill's were the work of Almada. To quell any unease, it was also promptly announced that Almada was no more thanks to the CID and a number of external collaborators. Yay! Take that, public. Live in your state of blissful ignorance. Yeah, things were lifted in town with the firm reports. CEOs of the Quincy, and it was formally arrested. Shock to many. Content. Which was vehicle seen as a major status symbol. Infallible that both men had been blackmailed into funding a terrorist organization. Is that the story they're going with? Blackmailed into funding a terrorist organization? Much of the discussion as well. The charge of his arrest, the general public sentiment was one of compassion. To turn an inner bracer badge was similarly rejected by the guild's headquarters in Le Mans. Emergency was quick to return to relative normality. Well, that's good. The important thing is that people get back to their jobs. Get back to work, wage slaves. After the impending end of reparations continue to admit small degree of needs among the populace. Increase it. So I'll say that the memorial service for crowd at the December 3rd Revolution Festival. And to celebrate the death of all these people and our era of prosperity, we will show off our newest weapons of death! I'm trying to remember,
That's that, huh?
how much do countries show off their weapons these days?
Yeah, well, Melchior's still on the run, which does bug me. But the authorities and the guild have taken out all their bases and secured any routes that could be used to flee the country.
Aside from teleportation.
Their partners in crime are being taken care of too, right?
Indeed, the Gralsritter and Iscariot have put aside their differences for now to pursue the Gardens. Several Jaegers, including those of Ikaruga, and even the Society have also been working toward that end.
Meanwhile, Heiue and Marduk spearheaded the effort to expose all of Almada's connections. I believe their findings, which reveal a number of associates, have since been sold to the CID.
That's quite a lot.
And getting in sound, never miss a beat.
Abby and the rest of our people have been hard at work with Eisenshield too.
As for the nuclear weapon, we don't need to worry about that either. Professor Hamilton and the other disciples supervised its disassembly, so it's no longer a threat. Professor Callahan isn't believed to have made any more, and the Mafia won't be capable of making more themselves anytime soon.
Even if the one sword
See,
capable of
that's
detonating
a
them
better
still in
line.
their
See, when
possession,
he was like,
they
isn't
would
believed
still
to
need
have
a
done
device
X.
to be detonated.
That's the line they should have used with when they were talking about Almada's teleportation. Rather than trying to play the definitive angle, they should have played it. We believe yada yada yada. Rather than it's a little thing, but it's important to me. And these little story things just tweak a little, make it uplift it so much sometimes.
I might add that Calvert is aiding the congregation for the sacraments in going through and clearing the rubble that was once Vashtar Palace. They expect to have finished the task and found that sword together with the halberd and armor artifacts by mid-next month.
None of them can be used by anyone but their rightful owner anyway, right?
Well, the fangs, who knows?
I guess once that's wrapped up, we'll be able to say this whole thing's well and truly
And who
over.
knows what other family he might have.
I suppose so, yes. To think we've persevered through so much.
We sure have.
I'm still worried about Melchior, though. Just to me, it's strange how no one seems to have any idea where he is.
I still can't believe what he did to his own boss. I don't know if I'll ever be able to understand how that guy thinks. Not that I want to.
Psychopath does psychopathic things. News at 11. Just how it is.
I mean, you can still figure them out. They're not completely random.
I wish I could have taken revenge on the last asshole responsible for my bro's deaths. But can't win them all, I guess.
Yeah, we're gonna have to leave that one to the Oathbreakers people. They say you gotta fight poison with poison. Now it's time to see if he'll live up to that old saying.
Right. But at least now, the world can finally be at ease.
Anya's. So feeling you could stop it all from happening? So trying to tell myself that I did everything I could for the children of Oracion. I can't help but feel like I put a lot of people out for nothing. It's not true at all. There have been some who would see your actions as self-righteous, but I believe they were meaningful. Yeah. What you would recite, that's good enough for me. Yeah. It was a good little bit. I'm not gonna allow you again to gaslight me into thinking she got all the children out. Not gonna let you do it. But some of them, sure. As far as I'm arrested, we'll never be able to gather like this again. Let's see. Yeah, I see what? 6? Yeah, there's 8. That's why the Octogeneses. So still more to go. So maybe Chief having the devil's own luck. Either because I made Lady Luck my bitch. What does that mean? Fairy, feel like by now. So can you? We have 6 Genesis in our possession. Yeah, 6 mystery plot devices of mysterious power, of mysteriousness. Look at them. We got they're in the color of the various elements too. We got what? Wind, water, space, fire, mirage, time? Are we missing Earth? And wait. There's only 7 elements, but 8 Octogeneses. Hold on. Interesting. Because those are definitely in the colors. Looking at where they could be. Nothing's come up so far. I bet Melchior's got the last 2.
So, now that we've dealt with Almada, things should be back to business as usual before long. There's still gonna be plenty on our plates, especially in the short term. But it's about time you guys started thinking about whether or not you want to keep working here.
It'll give you that time. That's going to be for much longer. In the capital east. I'm not even employed here. I was really talking to you, but she seems so dead set against being here anyway. I'm gonna go home already. Well, she has such a headache, and the food here is so good. After getting up your story by now. He seems worried about you. You don't go to see your family. You should still go back to your old place. Eventually. What are you, my mother? Remember the apartment? I was talking to you, though. What? Yeah, still covering all the Almada costs. About a month. Once I start to get more subcontracting jobs, I don't need to pay out for any assistance anymore, or have the budget to do it. But those last 2 Genesis, but it's got to be on the side while I do other work from here on. And when I'm some would be nice. So that's all I'm going to need you for. Student council work for a good while after next month rolls around. Big event at the school the next 2 months. Any decision? You still intend to help deal with the aftermath of the actions? I'll assist.
I just wanted to give you guys a heads up that you should be thinking about this stuff. The Revolution Festival's in 3 days, and we're gonna be drowning in work until then for sure. Been a while since we could focus on 4 SPGs and Edith, so hope you're ready to dive in soon as breakfast is done.
Breakfast. Look at the little salads. Those little sandwiches, little soups. Aww. He was just following Aaron. Finale for you upon your return. 10:30. What do we have to meet Hermanias? Installing the kitty engine. Alright. Just an update, huh? Our ex-kitty sure keeps herself busy. Rassi must have been nuts too. Best, I think.
Yeah, just tell me what you want.
Anything out of the ordinary since Rassian. Mysteries to be solved with her and the Grendel. Nothing to do with the others. Not even honest. Don't they? Van, don't I? That's dumb of you. They clearly have something to do with the Ocgenesis.
No, this is all wrong. This isn't who I am. This isn't me.
I was right all along. I found it. Seems my work here is now done.
That's a good crazy expression. I do like that. That's right. That's right that I let that out of nowhere. So, check it out. Alright. Let's go upstairs, I guess. Hey, buddy.
Hello, Van.
Oh, is it time to go already?
Got time, don't you? Don't worry. Damn, you're doing something. See within the hollows, but it's wild how you can hold a whole conversation with them.
Yeah, they don't have complete free will, but they do have a networked sense of self.
I mean, that's amazing in its own right.
Zeros is the same. They're around the same quality as those combat shells in the Empire, from what I understand.
Also amazing, since those combat shells that you might be referencing are the work of the gnomes.
The other mare is leagues ahead of them on a technical scale, but Hades knows how long it'll take humanity to make something similar.
Tough asking for Hamilton and the Cronkite, huh?
Oh, absolutely. We're talking singularities here.
Yeah, you're like 10 years away, maybe. I've seen how fast you guys are advancing.
Still, we know it's theoretically possible. That was proven by what happened behind the scenes 2 years ago. You've heard all about that, I assume.
But yeah. Once you graduate, feels like giving you focusing on orbital dorm research.
I'd like to help the professor with her work at some point, even if I don't feel like I'm quite ready yet. Still, I'd rather finish things here before moving on to something else. Working here has been incredible for broadening my horizons too, so I think continuing my studies here would be more than worth its while. Basel has patently more in the way of facilities, but the orbital network is lightning quick these days. It's even helped me attend lectures at the Institute remotely, so it hasn't been half as inconvenient as I was expecting.
Yay!
Being here will also let me take part in the project to upgrade the network currently in use in Edith and the surrounding area. Though, at some point, I'd really like to broaden my studies at the Epstein Foundation, ZCF, and Reinford.
Makes sense. Man, a little boy who could only think of protecting his grandmother's home was already to take the world by storm. Hope you are. You joined us in the springs instead of being shy.
What? Who are you, Aaron?
My bad. I only heard after I came out of my mouth. Yeah, for the others, hasn't been long since you moved in. Satisfied with the setup you got going on? Don't see the harm working from here for a while longer. You got Paulette breathe down your neck if your health starts to nosedive from research and all that.
You're probably right. It's nice how she always worries.
They could, I feel, I guess it increases the file size, but I mean, like, the mix and match audio it's odd at times. I mean, it's not my favorite part of the game.
Still, are you sure you aren't gonna need my help after this month? Almada might be out of the picture, but the issue of the Genesis is still ongoing. And there's still a lot we don't know about Mare, the Grendel, or Marduk either. Then there's whatever Yang, Professor Cronkite, is working on with the President.
With the stuff? Oh, he's got the head pat going. Skate whatever you want, even out of the color of Cronkite's underwear.
That's so random. And don't think I didn't notice you patted me on the head.
Yeah, you're a child.
You've become very red, Katra.
It's cold? Let me feel.
My temperature is perfectly normal, thank you very much.
This is a 15-year-old girl all worried about things. Solving problems myself helps me learn more about the bigger picture. Satisfied, Katra? Here shall assist you, Katra. Alright, chat. Fairy! World history. Central Eastern and Western history textbooks?
Oh, yeah! Agnes gave me the Western one. They're supposed to be the same edition, but there's a bunch of little differences between their contents and viewpoints. It's been really eye-opening comparing them, even if there's also lots of stuff I don't really understand.
You're a budding scholar. You can get your hands on the Far Eastern version, I bet you'll find all kinds of difference there, too.
I was thinking the same thing. So, Aaron promised to give me his old copy. You know, before I met you, I barely left the village. Most of my life was spent inside of it.
Seems that's a weird thing, because I got the feeling our first introduction was her with her being all like, I'm a badass warrior doing badass soldiering.
But Ida wasn't kidding when she talked about how big the outside world is. Even if I dedicated my entire life to studying, I doubt I could learn all there is to know about it.
Probably, yeah. Well, I said earlier, but I probably shouldn't have brought it up out of nowhere the way I did.
No, I totally get where you're coming from. The timing is right. Now that Almada's gone, I feel like I've been able to avenge Ida's death. It sounds like Abby's willing to forgive me for disobeying his orders, too.
For not killing the zombie woman.
I also miss Umi, my mom, and my siblings Lana and Camille, to tell you the truth. But I've also gotten used to living in Calvert, and I have a lot of fun at Sunday school. And more than anything else, I'd be really sad to say goodbye to you and everyone here.
Aww. Not talking about tomorrow or even next week. If you do go home, it's not like we'll never see each other again. The goal is to become a real warrior, though. I think the choice is clear.
I guess you're right.
And you can't stay here forever if you're going to be a warrior of Kruger. Path if you don't want to. There's plenty of things you could do off the battlefield. You try following a path more like Sylphide's.
You really think I could be like Fee?
Sure. Saying, might be better than following your brother's footsteps.
Yeah, I think so too. Still, I never even considered becoming a bracer. Is it okay if I think more about it?
Of course. Yeah, no rush. Straight ahead in a bit, okay?
Okay.
So many options. I mean, like, you're 13. You don't have to set your entire life path today. And even if you did, you can change your mind. There's that. I'd probably put on.
Oh, Mr. Arkwright.
Sorry, wouldn't have come in if I'd known you were working. All that amount of stuff I'm roughed up?
We've been able to pinpoint groups related to them, their dummy corporations, and other illegal channels.
Man, everything is just collapsing after years of being impenetrable and inscrutable. What if the Genesis had something to do with that?
I admit to some surprise at just how far outside of Calvert their reach spreads. But Marduk has largely decontaminated the areas over which it has influence.
Security had a big role to play in that too, I'm sure. Thorndyke leaves this as a chance to expand his market share.
I suspect you would be on the winning side of that bet. Between the war against the Empire and the Tower and Crossbell appearing soon after, feels like too much is happening too fast in Zemuria.
It's very true.
As other countries seek to catch up with the Republic and its latest innovations, Zyphas, assault frames.
Yeah, it's an arms race. Isn't that great?
I imagine the need for Marduk's services will only expand going forward.
You're living in a time of big change. The next step for yourself at all?
I am but a humble concierge. Nothing more, nothing less. My focus for the foreseeable future remains supporting you, Mr. Arkwright. Be that with Mare or with your stun caliber. I could do most of my work remotely as I did before, of course. But I am now aware of just how much more inefficient that is.
Sure wish I knew why people love to have their eye on me so damn much. But I tell you what to do. Got an equal deal going on between us. Yeah. Just gonna eat none of these much office help that happen.
Well, I suppose I do. Though I would like to believe I'm making a fair contribution irrespective of that. It's nothing, really. I was only thinking that I might not be able to help you from next month onward after all.
Oh no!
You see, next month will mark 1 year since I was given this body. And it's about time it was given some thorough maintenance.
Especially after it was partially exploded.
Depending on matters here and the overall project status, I might have to return to my former environment. In that event, I would have no choice but to revert to assisting you remote.
Now hold up there. You be okay with that?
So you have an inkling as to what that former environment was? What gave it away? Was it something about the way I work? No, I suppose there isn't any point in me knowing.
Anything like that? Just...
Please, don't misunderstand. As you're aware, Marduk is a logical, impartial corporation.
No, they're a bunch of people working, and they're only as logical and impartial as the people involved in it.
So long as I keep demonstrating I can provide value to them, I don't doubt they will keep letting me use this body. In that regard, our relationship is quite equitable. I even plan to purchase it from them if all goes well.
So I'm thinking, is she brain in a suit? Is she that much of a cyborg? Money can't run cheap, though.
It most certainly is costly. But with my salary, I think it's possible that I could have enough Mira saved in a few years.
Oh, good for you.
My current arrangement here earns me even more than my remote work did, too. So I would like to keep at it as long as possible.
Yeah. How high a salary we're talking anyway?
Well, I can't give you a specific number since that's classified information. But about enough to buy an Etwas entry-level sedan.
Buy a used apartment and there's so much with that kind of money. Oh, poor Van. Cursed to be poor. I believe I'll continue to explore my transfer options. They do seem quite attractive. Alright, well we'll chat with Aaron next time. He hasn't even unpacked all this stuff, or is he repacking? He's reading a book. It is a girly magazine. Yep, those are big old lady boobs. Anyways, we're going to take our break here. Thank you for watching, everyone, and I'll see you all soon for more.